Assalamu alaikum. This is Abid Kazmi, and I am recording this video so that I can give you some guidelines about how you can use the model that we have generated, and you can use for generating automatic feedbacks for the students based on your rubrics. So let me just share how it works and how this can make your work drastically simpler. So let me see how you can first access to it. So can you note it down somewhere, the link of it, bit.ly slash, and then you need to write QBHS rubrics. So this is the link for a general rubric that you can use, and you will make its copy for your subject or for your grade, whatever you want to use this model for. So this is, as you can see, this is a general file. This is a Google sheet file, and you can see I have mentioned all the classes here. Just for now, since we are just shared the data of 4 and 5 for some particular subjects, so we have just limit this model to 4 and 5, but this can easily be extended to any grade you want. But you have to coordinate with us, then we can do it later. But in this video I'm just sharing how you can use it. What you need to do, you will open it with the link that I have just shared, and you will find the link in the description of this video as well. So since it is only you have a right to view this file, so you cannot obviously edit this. So what you will do, you will simply click on this button file, and you will have this option of make a copy. Click this, and you can name it according to your requirement. It is asking you to rename it, so you can according to anything you can name it. For example, I am making this rubric for maths, for example, so I would remove general, I would write maths, and you can mention other details like year, class, whatever you want. This is just the name of the file. You will click enter or okay. So you have got your file, it will be saved in your drive, so definitely you have right to edit this file. So you can do anything you want, but some privileges are there that you could not do with it, right? So what you can do simply, this is, you can see here we have some tabs. The very first tab that we have here is of rubric. So here you need to mention the domains and descriptors. As you know that all rubrics has some domains and descriptors, so you can mention. And in the other head you can see we have a list of the students section wise. And if you look at the heads, IXL number for the reference of the student, name of the student, father name, strong areas of the student as per their rubric, and the future targets. Definitely the weak areas are the future targets for the student. And then you have particular heads, but you can see there are nothing mentioned here right now. But what will happen when you start making your rubric? For example, I write my first domain here, which is mathematical reasoning. For, let's say this is mathematical reasoning. So as I wrote my first domain here, you can see in the list I have got my first header here. It is taking, it is loading, and it will show you the header automatically like this, mathematical reasoning. So that means I can put the marks of the student from the descriptors here, right? So as I mentioned, the second domain here, for example, applications of mathematics. You can see I have got another head, I will got another head. The heads will be automatically be here. You need nothing to do. You are just required to put the data of the student according to the requirement once you are done with your rubric. Okay, let me give you one more just for to make sure you have understood, like mathematical generalization. Great. Okay, so if you see, as I mentioned, three domains here in my rubric tab. In all the tab I have got three fields to fill data for particular students, right? So now I can start filling the data. According to your rubric, you also have to mention your descriptors, like when you say this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So I would like to let you know what is the limit of this model. You can mention at most 20 domains, not more than them. Only 20. I think 20 are too much, right? So you can, but it has provision to take 20 domains up till, right? And you can have 5 descriptors: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So you can mention whatever your areas are. For example, need improvement, or unsatisfactory. For example, you can mention according to your requirement whatever you have decided: satisfactory, good, for example, or beyond the text. Right. So whatever your descriptors you can mention, and then you will write what will exactly line that you want to write in a paragraph. If the student is at need improvement in mathematical reasoning, so if you have made this rubric somewhere, you can just copy and you can paste. For example, I have made this rubric here. Let me just open that file. So okay, in this file I have made this rubric. You can see I have written the descriptors. I have only 3 descriptors, so I have mentioned them here. So I'm just copying this and pasting in my rubric. Sorry, this is not the file, this is the right file. Okay, so I have got these descriptors here, and now my model is just ready. What you need to do, just make a copy and complete this rubric as I have done. If you have 4 descriptors, you can write till 4. If you have 5 descriptors, you can write till 5. If you have 3 descriptors like I had, so I have just mentioned 3 descriptors like this, domain wise. Okay, so this is what you know how rubric is made, so I am not giving more time to it. But as you are done with your rubric, you can see the model is ready for you for data collection. Now I need to put, for example, this is very first student of mine, Sayyid Muhammad Farhan Zadi. For example, he is wonderful with reasoning, so I want to give him 3. Okay, so as I write 3, it will automatically start writing the paragraph for Farhan. You can see you have in-depth understanding of the concepts, and you use mathematical language. You use words like because, therefore, that leads to etc. So this is I want to write in his paragraph. For example, if applications of Farhan is not good, so I am giving him 1. So it will automatically be written in future target. So it depends like this. You need to see mathematics in more real life settings, so you can at least use basic math for operations to solve problems like this. Okay, so as you keep on writing according to your domains, so you can see the paragraphs will keep increasing automatically. Okay, so by default, what is the criteria? If the domains are, if you are rating what you need to be effective while you are making rubric, these are the 2 things that will be written in future target. So you need to phrase it something like that: you need to do this, or you need to work like this in future. So you have to phrase descriptors like this, and these 3 will be written in strong areas. So you will write them in what they do in appreciable sense, right? This will be future targets, and this will be the appreciation areas, appreciative areas. So better use if you have multiple domains. So it is good if you do not repeat words, so definitely the paragraph will be more appealing and more meaningful. So as you keep on writing, you can see automatically the paragraphs will be written, and it will automatically be printed out and given to the students, right? So if you can see, if the student has no gray area, for example, so there is no future target for the students. So you can make a balance of it, and you can use smartly accordingly. So you can see, as I am giving just 3, 2, or 1 marks, automatically paragraphs for strong areas and future targets are generated. So this is a very easy model that you can use. Still, if you have any confusion, you can contact me. You can write in the comments of this video as well, then I am going to guide you. Okay, now in the last of this video, I would like to just give you a quick recap. What you need to do, just go to your browser, write bit.ly/qbhs rubrics. As you will write, you will get this file, and you need to go to file, make it copy. My internet is not working, right? Okay, sorry. Make a copy, then you can rename and you will get the file. Then the first task that you do, you will complete your rubric. The rubric has total 20 domains. It could have, if you have less than them, that's fine, and it has 5 descriptors at most. If you have less than them, that's completely fine. Once your rubrics are done, you will automatically see the fields are there, and you can easily score according to your descriptor 1 2 3 4 5, and you will get the paragraphs for future strong areas, sorry, future areas, and sorry, strong areas and future targets. So I hope this will help you out, and it will reduce your laboring to the greatest extent, and you will have time to do more productive and creative work. Thank you so much.